Welcome to Top 5 Dumbest Criminals in History, where we dive into the most hilariously inept attempts at crime. These stories will make you laugh, shake your head, and wonder how these people ever thought they could get away with it. From leaving behind crucial evidence to making the most absurd mistakes, these criminals have earned their spot in the Hall of Shame. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride as we count down the top 5 dumbest criminal fails ever recorded, because crime doesn't pay, especially if you're really bad at it. Our first story takes us to a small town where a would-be thief thought he had the perfect plan. He scoped out his target, planned his entry, and even had an escape route. But what he didn't plan for was his own forgetfulness. He thought he was being smart, sneaking around in the dead of night, avoiding security cameras and making sure not to leave any fingerprints. He was almost like a ghost, moving silently and swiftly. But then, in a moment of sheer stupidity, he made a mistake that would cost him dearly, until he left behind his resume, with his name, phone number, and work history. Yes, you heard that right. In his rush to escape, he dropped his resume, complete with all his personal information. It was as if he handed the police a roadmap to his front door. The officers couldn't believe their luck. "Bro, you made our job way too easy." The police had a good laugh, and it didn't take long for them to track him down. He was arrested within hours, and his story quickly became a local legend. It's a classic case of a criminal making things way too easy for law enforcement. If your robbery note needs revisions, you might want to reconsider your career choices. Our next criminal thought he could rob a bank with nothing but a handwritten note. But there was one big problem. His note was almost illegible. Filled with spelling mistakes and crossed out words, it looked more like a child's homework than a serious threat. Maybe crime isn't for you. The bank teller couldn't even read the note and had to ask the would-be robber to clarify his demands. Flustered and embarrassed, he tried to explain, but it was too late. The delay gave the security team enough time to apprehend him. It was a fail of epic proportions. Imagine trying to hide like a ghost and failing. Our third story features a criminal who thought he could evade capture by hiding in plain sight. He tried to conceal himself behind a thin pole, under a blanket, and even in a trash can. But no matter where he hid, he was always in plain view, and failing. Peak strategy. His attempts at hiding were so laughable that the police had to double-check if he was serious. They found him within minutes, and his hiding spots became the stuff of internet memes. It's a perfect example of how not to hide from the law. He got a job all right, in jail. Our fourth story is about a man who thought he could outsmart the system by applying for a job at a police station. He figured that working there would give him inside information and help him avoid getting caught. But his plan backfired spectacularly. Fun fact: Googling crimes won't make you a criminal mastermind. He was caught almost immediately when the police ran a background check and found out he had outstanding warrants. Instead of getting a job, he got a one-way ticket to jail. It was a classic case of irony. Make you a criminal mastermind. Our final story is about a man who thought he could become a criminal genius by researching online. He spent hours on his computer looking up how to commit the perfect crime. But instead of becoming a mastermind, he ended up making every mistake in the book. And that's history's dumbest criminals. From leaving behind crucial evidence to making laughable mistakes, these criminals have shown us that crime really doesn't pay. Their stories serve as a reminder that if you're going to break the law, you better be prepared for the consequences. And if you're as bad at it as these folks, you might want to consider a different line of work. Remember, if you're going to be a criminal, don't. It's not worth the risk, and you're probably not as clever as you think. These stories are proof that even the best laid plans can go hilariously wrong. So, stay on the right side of the law and save yourself the embarrassment. You're probably bad at it. Thanks for watching, and remember to like, share, and subscribe for more hilarious content. Until next time, stay safe and stay smart.